We are with Erin from Farm Fresh Meats, and we've got our football attire here. I will say, I am one of those people, I love football, but I love all football. So I'm like half and half Alabama and Auburn.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So I'm repping an Alabama hat today, but we've got a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But we are making something perfect for all the football games.
We are, yes. We are making what I call nacho average, barbecue pork nachos.
Some sass in there. Something that I love too, you know, for football games, it's really easy to go to a grocery store, pick up a bag of chips, be on your way, but we're making our chips today.
We are, and this is so super easy, Chelsea.
Yeah.
So this elevates it to the next level, kind of making it nacho average. What I have here is just one pack of 30 white corn tortillas that I cut into 4 pieces, so you wind up with 120 individual chips. You're actually kind of saving a little bit of money too.
Right.
And the flavor is out of this world. I went ahead and started frying these up because I like to do them in batches of about 10 to 15. You don't want to put too much in your oil, or you will make your oil temperature go down. And then you have to wait. So you just want to do small batches, but you can see this is what they look like whenever they come out. So this is our first layer to our nacho average barbecue nachos.
Right, the chips.
Yes, the second layer to that is the cheese sauce.
My favorite.
So we're going to make a from scratch cheese sauce that is so super easy. So what I've got here is I have 2 tablespoons of butter that I already melted. Now we're going to put in equal parts of flour.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to be almost making a roux.
Right. Oh, wait, for the cheese sauce, I've got to
the cheese sauce, yes.
I've got to change
She needs to change her hat.
headgear.
Okay. To the cheese
Is
head.
this right? Joey?
I brought that for Joe.
You took my headgear.
But we're making cheese sauce.
Joe is the co-owner of the Green Bay Packers, by the way.
That's true. That is true.
I don't know.
So what we're doing here is we are just incorporating the flour into the butter.
Okay.
A roux is something that's mainly used for like gumbo, or you could call this a bechamel, because we are not going to darken it at all. We're just going to keep it at its blonde stage here, and what this is going to do is it's going to help thicken our cheese sauce. So you want to make sure that you get all the lumps out, that all of the flour is totally incorporated, and then we're going to add in some milk, some salt, some cayenne, and then I have shredded my own cheese. Now it's really important when you're making your cheese sauce that you shred your own cheese.
Right.
When you buy cheese out of the bag that's pre-shredded, it just doesn't melt as good.
Solid chips.
Aren't those good? Solid chips, huh? But either way, the cheese that I have over here is a mix of Monterey Jack, pepper jack, and a mild cheddar.
Now, does it matter what kind of cheese you use, or
It does
just
not matter.
whatever
This
you
is
want?
just my personal preference.
Yeah.
I think that all of these cheeses match well with the barbecue pork, which, by the way, comes from Farm Fresh Meats.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes.
So we do need to talk about Farm Fresh. I was talking to you earlier. You said you guys are so busy because obviously football, but you guys make it so easy for us to go to our football parties. All you got to do is pick it up and order, right?
We do. We like to make it simple for people because everybody is interested in watching the game and having the party. People want to go to tailgates. They want to have a good time with their friends. They don't want to necessarily worry about cooking the food.
Yeah.
So the premise of this all is that it's so super easy. The main thing that you have to do is just a little bit of prep work. So I did the prep work ahead of time. I got all of my toppings chopped and ready, farm fresh, smoked the Boston butt for us, which we also pulled. We tossed in my favorite, So Good barbecue sauce.
Yum.
And that is what we're going to put on top of our chips with our cheese and some toppings, and we'll go to town.
Gonna be so good. So for our friends at home who want to go ahead, maybe pre-order for this weekend, contact you guys. How can they do that?
Yeah, well, you can call us at our store. It's 251-947-7385. I do recommend, if you want something in particular for this weekend, that you do give us a call and place an order. We always do whole smoked chickens, chicken wings, pig wings, briskets, beef roast, Boston butts, ribs, all kinds of other stuff that I can't think of right now. But if you're feeding a large quantity of people, or you want something, like I said, that's in particular, it's really important that you do call and place an order. That way you're guaranteed to get that item, because we do only cook a certain amount. We don't want to have anything left over.
Right, and everything at Farm Fresh is so good, but one of the times you came, you brought the pig wings.
Yes.
Y'all, so good.
Those are
Perfect.
really, really, really good.
Perfect for your Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Friday, football, any day.
Any day, girl,
You don't even
yes.
need to have football.
You got that.
Okay, so when we come back with Joe, you're going to be making this cheese sauce, maybe
Yes.
bringing out the meat.
You got it. I'm going to be assembling.
All right. Cheese heads, assemble.
styling and profiling here on Studio 10 this morning. Looking good in my cheese head. Thank you for
Check it
bringing
out,
it.
dude. I love it.
All right, and you got your Alabama game day gear on.
Yes, I do. Roll Tide.
Famous houndstooth hat. And we are cooking up something great for the football season, y'all.
We sure are. So today I thought that it would be fun to follow the football theme, talk about Farm Fresh and how we can provide any type of smoked protein. But what's better than game day nachos?
I love how you always bring these ideas of ways to infuse the farm fresh meats into several different dishes, and this is a great way to do just that.
Yeah, so my inspiration actually came from, I graduated from the University of Alabama, and there was a place there that would always set up at the Houndstooth Sports Bar called Big Bad Wolves, and they would have barbecue nachos, and they were just plain chips with regular, probably canned pulled pork and nacho cheese, but it was so good, and like all the students wanted that on game days. So I thought that I would kind of take it to another level and make my homemade chips, my own cheese sauce, a homemade corn crema, all kinds of good stuff.
I was actually laughing at Chelsea during the last segment because she took a bite. She's like, solid chip. And it was just funny to me. But those chips, that's the perfect way to describe them. They are fantastic.
It really is. I mean, you would have no idea that just a regular corn tortilla could turn into something that is so delicious and so much better than just a regular bagged chip, right?
You are going to be the favorite of any football party you go to if you bring this dish in its entirety, because it is awesome.
Thank you. I like to think so too.
Yes, very awesome. Good work. All right, so what are we doing over here?
Okay, so like I was telling Chelsea earlier, this is all about prep work. I went ahead yesterday and prepped all of our toppings, which we will talk about in the third segment, but this is so easy. I mean, all we have to do is fry our chips. I just have some regular vegetable oil here that I brought to 350 degrees, put my corn tortillas in, let them fry for a couple of minutes, salted them, boom, those are done. Then I made a really super easy cheese sauce from 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, mixed that together, added some milk, my own freshly grated pepper jack, Monterey Jack, and mild cheddar, salt, and some cayenne, and that's ready to go. Now we're making one of our toppings, which I think just kind of ties everything together and brings it together. This is a homemade corn crema. So this is 3 corn cobs of sweet white corn that I just took off the cob. And I've added some mayonnaise into it. Now we're going to do about a half a cup of mayonnaise to 1 full cup of sour cream.
You know what's something that I've realized lately with cooking is that if you're making a dish and say the dish has 5 ingredients, but you always take like a little extra step with each one, at the end of the day you can taste that, and that's exactly what you're doing with this dish. Everything is fresh, shredded, and you're going to taste the quality.
Absolutely, and you should not be intimidated with stuff like this. It is so super easy, and that is the goal, at least my goal at Farm Fresh Meats, is I try to educate people on how to take their meats home, like for instance the Boston butt, how to warm it up to its shredding stage, get rid of any of the fat and the bone, put my favorite, which we allow people to taste, our So Good barbecue sauce. This is literally the best barbecue sauce you've had it before. It's wonderful.
It's so good.
We'll even pull the pork for you and sauce it as well if you like, or you can take it home and do it yourself. But now we're just to the point now where we want to mix this up. We want to throw it in the oven. We're going to put it in the oven 400 degrees for about 5 to 7 minutes just to let everything get happy, and then we're going to top it with all of our toppings.
And you're going to make everyone here in the studio happy when it is all done. This is absolutely amazing dish, y'all. Check out Farm Fresh Meats, not just for the ingredients for this, but for all your other meat stuff that you're going to want during the football tailgate season, anytime, really. We'll be back with more to finish this up in just a bit. Thanks a lot, Erin.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, welcome back. We're with Erin. If you're just now tuning in, we're making nacho average barbecue pork nachos. So good.
Yes, they are.
They are so good. So we've done all of the assembling, but now we're talking about toppings.
We are. So let's rewind, go back to the beginning in case they're just now joining us. So what we did is we fried our own corn tortillas, which make the best chips, guys, I'm telling you. So that's our base for our nacho average barbecue nachos. Then we made a homemade cheese sauce, super easy. I just did my favorite cheeses, which are pepper jack, Monterey Jack, and mild cheddar. Blended that with some milk and butter and some other good things. We have our cheese sauce. Now, Farm Fresh has done the hard part and has done the pulled pork. So I just got this Boston butt from Farm Fresh. I pulled the meat myself and then tossed it in my favorite sauce, which is So Good barbecue sauce. And those I already have layered here on our chips, Chelsea. So this has just come out of the oven. I did the chips, then I did the barbecue, and then I did the homemade cheese sauce, and I threw it in the oven for about 5 minutes just to kind of get it crispy crispy and pretty and make it all friendly
And
together.
it is all of those.
Isn't it pretty? So now we're going to do a little bit of extra barbecue sauce just on top because these are barbecue nachos, so you want to make sure that you do taste the actual barbecue sauce on there, which, by the way, this barbecue sauce, guys, is killer. It's called So Good Barbecue Sauce, and we sell a ton of it. It's made in Jonesboro, Georgia, and it just hits all the right flavor notes. It's got a little bit of the sweet, it's got a little bit of the heat, everything that you want in a good barbecue sauce. It's there.
Yeah. So while you're adding the toppings, I do want to talk about Farm Fresh real quick. Location. They need to call if they want something specific and pre-order, right?
Correct, yes. So Farm Fresh is in its 3rd generation. It's my family's business. I'm 3rd generation there. We've been there for 43 years. We are located on Highway 59 South. If you're familiar with Robertsdale, if you're heading towards the beach, we are on the corner of State Highway 104 and Highway 59 South, across the street from a really large Brick Regions bank that also houses the sheriff's office.
Awesome. So we're going to go to commercial break here in just a second, but you will see the finished product here when we come back with more Studio 10.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
Thank you.
I'll be inside all day watching.
You can sit inside in the rain and eat nachos while
So
watching football.
good. Look at those nachos.
You know what? Even if it's not raining, you can eat them Saturday too.
You can, or any day.
You know what else? If you're going to a high school football game, you can eat them on Friday too.
Aaron, thank you. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Make it rain.